Be awake. Dear friends, in the Gospel of St. Luke chapter 12, Jesus shares with us a very simple parable. It is about the servants who are watching and waiting, dressed for action with the lamps burning for the return of the Master from the wedding feast. No matter at what time he returned, they are watching, they are awake. Their wakefulness brings about a radical shift in the relationship between the servants and the Master. The Master asks them to sit down, and he puts on the apron and he begins to serve them. The parable witnesses to what the Lord said, "I came to serve and not to be served." The first among you must be the least of all. Genuine wakefulness in some way removes distinctions and separations. Paul realized it when he said, "Christ is all and in all." Healthy relationships are built up when we are truly awake. What is wakefulness? Literally speaking, it means not sleeping. Spiritually speaking, wakefulness means to live and to relate to realities beyond our human understanding and vision. It means to live in faith. In the book of Hebrews, we read that faith is the conviction of things not seen. Hebrews 11, verses 1 to 2, 8 to 12. In faith, Abraham believed that Sarah would conceive and have a son in her old age. In faith, Abraham left his home to live in a promised land which he had not seen. Another way of understanding wakefulness is to live a life connected with our true self or true identity. God has made us in His own image and likeness. Often we live in ignorance of this truth and put on and live with other identities. We usually derive our identities from the 3 P's: power, pleasure, position. While they are useful and created by God, when we lose ourselves in them, we become their slaves and we lose our identity. Spiritually, we call this way of living as being asleep. Spiritually, we are asleep. In the Vatican Council held from 1962 to 1965, a declaration on the relationship of the Church to non-Christian religions was made. In that declaration, a statement was made. The Catholic Church rejects nothing of what is true and holy in these religions. That Christians, while witnessing to their own faith and way of life, acknowledge, preserve, and encourage the spiritual and moral truths found among non-Christians. Be awake is a theme found in other religions too. For instance, in Buddhism we are told that Siddhartha Gautama received enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. He became Buddha, the enlightened one. He was asked, "Are you God?" He replied, "No." "Are you man?" He said, "No." "Who are you then?" they asked him. And he replied, "I am awake." When Moses asked God for his name, God said, "I am who am." No identifications. He does not say, "I am almighty, eternal," etc. He is fully awake. He is Yahweh. The Lord invites us to be awake to the truth that we are made in God's image and likeness and live connected with Him and with others in love. Be awake. May God bless you.